The Course 360 has the ability for very easy movement in any direction. So I want you to move very slowly with attention and that it feels safe to you. So slowly begin to turn a little bit and think that you wanted to move one knee forwards, that you, without moving your feet, you bring one knee more forwards. And notice what that does to the other knee, how the other knee tends to move more backwards, and how it initiates like a turning motion through your whole self. Can you feel how you begin to turn? And go only as far as is easy, not the extreme. That's right. You can put your hands on your thighs as you do that. That's right. So the chair offers many movement possibilities. And one of them is obviously turning. So now let's see how we can use the chair in a way that is maybe unusual for us. Begin to turn and think that you wanted to move one knee a little bit forwards. Bring one knee forward and then slowly the other knee coming forward. And notice how that initiates a turning through your whole self, that the whole body begins to move, to shift, to turn, moving from your legs, from your knees. The feet stay on the ground. A gentle movement. Good. Now leave that and pause a moment. Now bring your arms, cross your arms over your chest so that your right hand holds the left shoulder and the left hand holds the right shoulder. And you lift your arms a tiny bit, a little bit. And now begin to move your elbows a little bit to one side, turning, thinking that your elbows move through space to one side and then to the other side. And you can see how the rest of you answers the movement. Notice that many of you, the pelvis begins to turn. Now, what would happen if you would limit the movement in the pelvis and you would have to find the movement more in your chest? Can you feel how your chest can turn? That by limiting the movement in one part, you have to do more movement in another part. Gently. Good. And then leave that. Bring your arms and hands down. Now, begin to turn your head slowly to one side, as if you wanted to look over one shoulder. And notice how you can do that. That's right. And then slowly to the other. And notice if you can feel your eyes moving. Can you do a movement now, an unusual movement, the next time when you turn to the right with your head? Stay turned to the right with the head and move only your eyes slowly, as if they would be on a horizontal line, left and right. And see if you can do that without holding your breath. So it's an unusual movement, having the head turned, but moving only the eyes. Good. Now slowly turn the head to the left. Stay turned to the left. And now keep the head turned to the left and move your eyes slowly left and right. Slowly. And notice if your head wants to move, if you feel something happening, it's not so easy to move only the eyes. Go slowly. Good. And then leave that and take a pause, take a rest. And done. So moving the eyes relative to the head in unusual ways is very unnatural for us. Like we feel like, there's something wrong. So it's not so easy to do that it looks. So let's explore that a little bit, because when we become more clear about the relationship between the movement of the eyes relative to the head, the whole turning can improve for people. So now look forwards. Look at a spot that you point at something in front of you and begin to turn your to turn your head slowly left and right, but looking at the front. Notice how more of yourself begins to turn here. You can allow the movement to happen, but keeping your eyes looking at the front. See, you can even use your pelvis, your chest to move a little bit, but the eyes stay on the spot on the wall in front of you, on the horizontal plane. That's right. Now, let your eyes become part of the movement and notice how different it feels. When you turn to the left, start looking to the left and notice how much easier it is to look and to turn to the left when you are using your eyes and using your whole self. Can you feel how your pelvis moves, how your chest moves, how your head turns, how everything is easier? Good. Now let's see if these movements also have improved our turning in standing. So get yourself up and pause a moment in standing and notice how you feel, like how grounded you feel, how tall do you feel after having done all these turning motion. If you feel taller or shorter, any difference in the sensation of yourself. And then begin again to turn to one side and think you want to look behind yourself and see how do you turn to this side, how much is everything participating, your pelvis, your chest, your shoulders, your head. Notice your eyes moving through space. Is it a little bit easier to turn? Can you turn further without more effort? You use your whole self. Can you feel a turning through your whole self? All the way down to your feet. You can feel the pressure shifting underneath your feet, left and right. Yeah, to the inner edges, to the outer edges of your feet as you turn. Very good. And then leave that and begin to walk and feel how it is to walk.